Was it only the WWF that seemed to use ropes at the time? Was everyone else using cables, or do you remember?
I don't know. They were good, Florida, Georgia. A lot of the established territories had good rings. But back in the earlier day, I remember New Zealand, some of those places, the ropes, the rings are just, it'd be safer, it's more comfortable wrestling on a concrete floor or asphalt tile. It's just there in Wade Dunedin is this it's the southernmost just before Invercargill on the South Island. It was a pretty good sized city. In fact, I saw they had a rugby game there, and they had a stadium for about 15, maybe up most 18, 20,000 people way down there, which is pretty outstanding because it's like, maybe 2 hours south of Christchurch on the South Island of New Zealand. And they had a ring where the ropes ran parallel to the end of the apron. And the ring was so hard, and there were dips in it too. And oh God. There are some rings that are just nightmares.
Did you ever have a ring where there was just like garden hoses for ropes?
Yeah, yeah, and cables in between. Well, they garbage garden hose, and they'd run a cable wire in between, and then tighten them on the turnbuckles. God,
Right. So you're gonna have to tell me
ding, ding, ding.
who had the absolute worst ring. Of like the established territories, who had the hardest ring and who had the just worst quality ring.
Hawaii's were pretty bad, especially the one in the Civic. Um, most of Shires were good. LA's, Florida, I gotta say Florida, Georgia, all around there. New Zealand, Australia had nice ring. New Zealand, without a doubt. New Zealand and Hawaii, pretty far second. But New Zealand had some horrible ones.
And for the hardest, are we probably saying WWF at the time? Because I've heard they were as hard as Chinese algebra.
Yeah, well, I thought we had like the best. Now I guess they're like lying in a bed, falling in a mattress. But in there was a lot of that. This big spring in the middle. Compared to what we were used to, they were good rings. Compared to what other guys are accustomed to now, maybe they were horrible at the time, but compared to some of the things I came out of, whoa.